everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Along with Piggy. Now we are over here in the Ocean Monument Temple thing. Oh, look at you. You escaped. You weren't supposed to do that, sir. But they can breathe. Yeah, well, I guess they can breathe. You come here. We're gonna make quick meal of you. You're on fire, which is awesome. That means you're gonna drop some cooked fish. There we go. Nice. So I came over here because there is one component to this structure that I'm going to need. And it's right here. No, not these. I'm going to be honest with you. These blocks that are in here, for me, they seem to be one of the ugliest blocks other than maybe Purpur. I've never actually seen Purpur up close, so I couldn't say for certain. But I know that they're retexturing different things in the game, and I really hope that they work on this. Because it doesn't seem to fit. You, come here. It doesn't seem to fit anything in the game as far as... What? Oh, it was weird. Maybe that was the thorns sound. A little bonk, bonk. I don't know. But yeah, these things right here. Come here, you. And you. I think I've got sand on the other side of this wall. Okay, good. Because what I've been doing is slowly going through and kind of clearing out the rooms. Because I think my armor is okay and it can handle it. But it's just a little annoying to deal with the fishes. We don't want to be down here with the fishes. Uh-oh. Let's put some light right there. There we go. So this is what I'm needing to get. Sea lanterns. And I think in total, by the time we're done, I did a calculation. Let me see here real quick. I've got it on a notepad file. 108. I'm going to need 108 sea lanterns for the build that I'm trying to do. I don't know that there's 108 in this entire... You get out of here. I don't know that there's 108 in this entire structure. But I'm going to try and get as many as I can, and then after that, I'll just construct the rest. But there may be something else that you're noticing. Something very, very strange about what's on screen. Do you notice a color difference? Does there seem to be a slight difference, a different hue? Yeah. Even the sky looks a little different, doesn't it? Well, let's get up here and I'll show you what's going on. For those of you who have watched this series for a while, you know exactly what's going on. Check that out. I kept playing and realized, wait a minute, Piggy. Buddy, you are playing with the autumn pack going, and it is the dead of winter. So, like, if you're watching this as I'm releasing it, this episode is coming out in, like, January of 2018. So, Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching this series. I so appreciate it. But I figured, you know what? It's the dead of winter. We need to go ahead and swap over to our winter texture packs. Let's hop in the boat. Beep, beep, beep. There we go, backing up. And we got to head on our way because I have a few more things I need to take care of. I'll come back in a little bit off camera and get some more of those sea lanterns. Oh, and it's going to be night, so that's even awesomer, if that's a word. Figured we'd just ride through here and check out the texture pack together in the winter. For some reason, nighttime in the winter, it does something. It's really cool. Now, I'm using a 1.9 version of the texture pack that D-Nader made. And I think there was another version that he had made for me that had different skies going on. So I'm going to have to check with him. And if I'm not mistaken, the colors were just a little bit different. And for some reason, when I built my new computer, I didn't swap those over. And so I'm having trouble locating all of that stuff. But no, never you mind. We'll get all that stuff straightened out. But it's still cold. It's still freezing cold. There's still snow on the flowers. I love that. I love that subtle little touch. Is there snow on the sugarcane? It looks like it. There's little white bits on the sugarcane. But we're going to go over here, and I'm going to abandon the boat at this point. I think it'll be okay. We can leave it here. Nobody's going to try and run off with it. Gosh, this is so cool. You get out of here. If you know what's good for you, you'll light the whole place on fire. There you go. Oh, man, even the flowers are just covered in snow. This is so cool. I'm loving this. So we're going to run through here and run through town because I wanted to show you I've done a little bit more progress off camera on the mega project. I did a little bit more of the boring bits off camera, and check this out as well. I used this area to make my concrete and stacked up, and I missed a block. I guess I was digging through it so fast that it, sometimes you get a ghost block and the game doesn't show you there's a block there, but it's actually there. Well, there's a block there now. I'll come back later and get that. But let's go through here. We're going to hop down here, and what's awesome is we don't have to go to the nether to get to this thing. We'll go through here, and I'll show you. So like I said, off camera, I was doing a bunch of the boring stuff, finishing off the project, the segment of the project from last episode. Now this is important. I can't let you look in those chests, but that's going to be important. That will mean something in a little bit, so stick around. And I will eventually explain myself on that. But here we go. We're starting to get the hallway done. I kind of ran out a little bit of concrete, I think it was. I think I've got some more concrete over here. That's right, I did, because I wanted to do this on screen as well. Gosh, this looks creepy weird with the blue tent, doesn't it? So, okay, I thought that was a creeper up there. I'm like, wait a second. So let's go over here, and I'll show you what I've done. I have not finished off this segment yet because we're still going to need to run some power from underneath this structure up to what's now up here in this area. So let's hop up here, and you can see that all of this is finally done. I've got the tunnel all the way around done. Now, I've not really worked on lighting the whole thing. I'll figure that out later. But I've got these mechanisms working, where they push forward a redstone block, and now the water will wash the item down, and we have a block moving forward to stop it. And each of these devices goes to a different potion type, and so I'm going to have to rig up like right at this point, or possibly right underneath that point. Underneath this floor, we're going to have a redstone signal being sent upwards. So I guess right here, which would be right here. So it'll probably have to poke up through the floor right here and then arch over that way. And it's going to happen for each one of these spots. So that way that we can activate each potion, stopping the ingredients for that potion. But I also just about ran out of redstone. I'm really glad that I had that witch farm built, because all of the redstone that I mined, it's gone. It's completely gone. We've used it all up. This is all I've got left of my name right now is in redstone, or these blocks. And I've got to go through and put these blocks at each of those sticky pistons that are left so that they can activate the hatches. But here's what I wanted to do on camera. I have been converting a bunch of this concrete powder. Is that what it's called? Light gray concrete powder. Okay. I've been converting a whole bunch of this stuff, as you can see, for the walls and everything. And I got to this part and I was like, this will be so cool, because then we can just do this. We'll just lay this stuff on the floor. I'm not going to have to turn it into concrete and then break it and then replace it. We can just go through here and smack it on the floor and then pour water on it. It'll be so cool. And I know it's weird. It's like the little subtle crazy things, but it's the fun stuff that you want to do on camera. And I kept thinking about it. I have not done a whole lot of building for this mega project that I'm going on about for you guys to see. So I figured something subtle, something simple. And I'm going to do this because if we don't, the game might see that spot and let the water, it would stay like one wide and just go that way. So here we go. Converting to concrete. Love it. So quick and simple. Craziness. And just a little bit more. Oh, see how it did that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where are you going? You can't be trusted. Now, I've also got to eventually cover these ugly spots. We're going to cover it with carpets. I'm really glad I didn't do that right there, because that would have made a huge mess. But here's what I'm going to do. I have got to go back over to the ocean monument. And I'm just going to keep clearing out the water that's there and keep gathering up some lamps. And once I get enough lamps, I'm going to come back over here and we're going to get started. I've done so much redstone in the past week or two, or 3 now. I think I want to do a little decorative building. So I think we're going to go ahead and decorate this room, which is going to be cool. So I'm going to go get those lanterns. I'm going to get a few other materials, and I'm going to meet you back over here, and we're going to get started on making this room actually look like what it's supposed to. So, I will meet you back over here momentarily. With potatoes in hand, you know I've got a plan. Ooh, and we're getting low. Do that. Uh-oh. Now, this has been going on. My armor is worn out. I completely destroyed my breastplate and didn't even pay attention to it. This thing's fine because it's got mending. And I probably need to put that somewhere safe because I'm done with needing to go underwater. But this, I'm going to need to do something about that because that's a good feather falling to stop us from getting hurt when we jump from high places. But apparently it's been taking a lot of damage. And something else happened. This is not the pick you're looking for. So the pick I had before had silk touch on it. This one doesn't. I got so busy blowing a hole through the top of this building that I ended up destroying my pick. Good game, Piggy. But you'll notice that this one has fortune on it because of this. I have gone through all the nether quartz ore that I've ever gathered in this entire series. All 3 seasons of nether quartz ore has been completely consumed. You can't... Oh, sorry, you can't see that. You're not allowed to look over there. Do I have it? Yes, I do. Okay, so let's go up here. So, I opened up this area up here. I hear slime. Yeah, apparently there's a slime chunk in this area too, so we may get some more slimes. Oh, man. But wherever you see this stone, this has still got to come out. This is a very, very tall ceiling, and this is a pattern laid out so that I can make these things. Now you may be asking yourself, what in the world are these things? Well, I'm not going to tell you right now. You're just going to have to wait and see. But we're going to repatriate. Is that the right word? I don't know. We're going to reuse. We're going to get back so that we can use later some of these light gray. I don't know what color that is. Is that light gray? Light gray concrete. Okay, cool. I just got to make sure that I get these. I don't want them to fall by the wayside. Come here. I'm just going to put a couple here so you can see what's going on. So I'm putting these furnace would be a plural of furnace, right? In strategic places. We'll do the rest over there as well. And I can't remember what the placement's going to be right here. I think, what is it? The middle point is right here. So it's a 2x2. Let's see. And so it should be right there as well. Put those. And we'll put these. While I'm placing it, can you figure out what these are supposed to be? What do they look like? Okay, remember this is a factory. Okay. Now what do they look like? They're supposed to be like air vents for the room. To keep the room ventilated. That's the word I'm looking for. Keep air circulating. Even though air doesn't actually circulate in the game. We like to pretend. So, right here, nope. I got stuck on the ladder. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll come around like this. There we go. Nope. There we go. And then we'll put some half slabs right in here. Just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, and now I have to reference. I can't remember how I made these. I make them off camera, so I don't have to remember on camera. That's the way it's supposed to work. And then that like that. And now you can see why I've got the nether rack up there. It's like a placeholder, so I know where in the world to put the parts of the build that I'm building for the building. Right here, this is going to keep mobs from spawning, and it also makes a little bit of a color variation so that when you look at it like this, your brain kind of sees, something slightly different up there. You don't just see this mass of white. And I'm going to have to do that at all these other spots. Now, what's crazy is it's 5 by 5. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's 16 stairs to make one of these objects. And there are 5, 10, 15, 19 minus 5. So there's 14 to go. I don't even know what 14 times 16 is off the top of my head, but it's a lot. And I don't know that that's going to be enough nether quartz. But the other thing is, I also have to make a bunch of daylight sensors, and I know those require nether quartz as well. So there's going to be a few more trips to the nether to try and scour for nether quartz, because we can't actually farm this stuff. We have to go find it. That's one of the supplies that you must find and gather, and you can only find it in the nether. Darn. Ooh, there you are, Mr. Slime, sir. Come here. Get dealt with. Okay, now I didn't think this through. If slimes are spawning in here, there's a good possibility they're going to set off the pressure plates. It's a small possibility, but they might hop around and boop boop and hit that. So what's here? What would a button look like on that? Probably not as nice. I would... Do I have any here? No, I don't. See, since this doesn't have silk touch, it's been converting everything into cobble as well. Now, the only problem is that I don't want a slime to accidentally set this off, because it will spit out a potion and throw it on the ground and let it despawn, and that's going to waste a bunch of materials that we're using for potions. So I'm going to have to figure that out. But I have got a bunch of these structures to build all through here. I have got those things up there to build all through here. I still have to open up this roof and finish that top part. So there's a lot of stuff still to be done in here, and I'm trying to figure out, do I want to go ahead and half slab these as well? I think this area is done. I think the only thing that's left to do in here was to add the redstone that's going to activate that, and I think the clock that we're going to build is going to be underneath. Let's see, what level are we at? Ooh, we're at level 18. So I'm going to have to think about that as well. I got to figure out a place for that clock, and I don't know that clock is less than 13 blocks tall. So we got a lot of stuff to figure out, but I've got all kinds of materials I still need to gather because I got a whole bunch more concrete to do. I got all this stuff I got to blow open and build and finish up. So I think I'm going to get back to work. I think I'm going to stop rambling. I'm a rambling pig is what I am. So I'm going to get more materials, I'm going to get to working, and I'm going to bring you back and show you what in the world is this structure supposed to look like when it's actually finished. Alright everybody, this looks a little different, doesn't it? Like we got something going on here, but you can't quite tell what it is. Now I swapped all this out for dirt, and I went ahead and left this as stone. That one's going to be stubborn, that little piece of cobblestone. You'll see what I mean in just a minute. But I figured it would be fun. Sometimes I like to do, what do you call them? Time lapses? But I thought maybe this time we could try something a little bit different. More of a reveal. Just a little bit of a reveal. I'm going to figure out how to do this without falling. And this appears like it's going to take a whole lot longer than I thought it would. Let's just do this. I'm going to go back and forth like this. Yeah, I didn't think this through. I thought, you know what? Dirt is easy to dig. I got this. All right, so I'll explain what I did while I'm digging the dirt. And if you just keep paying attention, you'll slowly start to see what's above get revealed. Just try not to go get sick. Don't play the video on like double speed or anything like that. Because, yeah. All right. So earlier in the episode, I had mentioned that those chests were going to be important and that you needed to stick around. So I will go ahead and reveal what those are going to be about. Okay. Now, this structure, this build, I thought it was going to take, I can't remember. I think I said three episodes, but it's quite possible that it's going to take 4 because this, I mean, my gosh, this is just turning out to be more and more of a monstrosity. Every time I turn around, I mean, this, here again, if you're watching this video in real time, or not real time, yeah, you're watching it in real time. If you're watching these videos live as I release them, like you're not new to the channel, you've been here for a while, and so you've been watching the videos as they come out instead of watching this like in a bulk playlist. this video has taken me 3 weeks to make. I think 3 weeks, something like that. Or it's been 3 weeks since I released the last one. It's just absolutely ludicrous how much time consuming a build like this is. I think I'm in over my head. I think once again I misjudged how long it would take. Just like I misjudged this. In real life, I can be pretty good with time management, but apparently not in Minecraft. And I don't understand how some of these other content creators do this. I see them make these humongous, crazy, insane builds, and they're actually full-time builders. They're not just like hobbyists like me. And, yeah, I don't understand how they build so fast. I can't do it. Maybe it's just my old poor piggy brain or something like that. I just can't keep up. Well, once again, I'm a rambling pig. So, the idea behind the chests was I wanted to see how much materials could we get out of this build. What I mean by that is all the holes that I'm having to dig, all these giant spaces, it's leaving me with a ton of stone and andesite and just all kinds of mess. So I've been collecting them and putting them in chests. Now, it's going to be tricky for you because here's the rub. Here's what you don't expect. Ooh, look at that. That roof is starting to open up. So what you don't expect is, let's just go ahead and do this. Let's just start breaking this. And if I pick up the dirt, I pick up the dirt. I know what you're saying. You're like, wow, there's a pig that's actually turning his back on the dirt. Let's see if we can just do it like this. There we go. All right. So, I want you as the audience, I want you to try and take a wild gander, a wild guess. By the time that this entire project is over, I don't mean this room right here. I mean the entire build, the whole factory and everything. When I'm done building it, how many chests of materials am I going to have that I'm going to have to sort or figure out where to put? Now, I will say this. Working with all of this, concrete has been amazing. And it's finally given me a reason to actually, look for, gravel. Like, I'll be digging around. I was digging this whole area out, and I kept running into gravel pockets. Now, normally when I'm playing, I would just ignore the gravel pockets, or I would go around them. Or if I needed gravel to drop down into, lava or water, like you're needing something to remove fluids, then gravel's good to have. Other than that, there's really not a whole lot you can craft with gravel. Maybe coarse dirt. But of course, after a while, coarse dirt gets boring. Unless you really have some crazy build that's just needing a lot of coarse dirt, of course. Oh man, I'm trying to find a way to stretch this out because we've almost got it. Like I said, I did not anticipate. But you, maybe as the audience, you're always going, I wish I could watch Piggy actually play the game a little bit more. Well, here you go. You are getting your wish. Wish fulfilled. It's a little late past Christmas, but still. Consider it a late Christmas present. And I just realized the amount of blocks and mess that is going to be everywhere that I'm going to have to clean up. It's going to make the final reveal possibly not as cool as it could have been. But yeah, now that concrete powder needs gravel to craft it, it's kind of awesome. Because it's like, all of a sudden, there's this new block that I'm like, ooh, gravel, I want that. I need to collect that. Now, as I'm revealing this, you can also see that I did swap out those pressure plates for buttons. Because I kept running around and hitting the pressure plate by accident while I was trying to build certain things. And what I figured out was, we're going to lose all our potions to mobs. This area is not going to be 100% mob proof. There's one or two little spots where mobs might be able to spawn. And with slimes being able to get in here, I don't want to take the chance of them ruining all the potions that got made. We're almost done. Look at that. Ooh, let's hop down here. Let's not fall in the water. Sweet. We got it. Look at that mess. Now this is a build by a pig, you can tell. Oh man, my inventory's gonna be so full. All right, so let's do this. Let's go and get rid of these ladders because they are not needed anymore. And let us come back here and do the final grand reveal, shall we? So we'll come down here and look at that. Big mega lights up in the ceiling and kind of a domed ceiling with a, like, it looks like a big metal brace and a whole bunch of vats, a whole bunch of areas where potions are going to be made. Now, it's still not completely finished because what I'm going to do is for every single redstone lamp, I've got to put an item frame on it. Am I full? No, I'm not full. Okay. I'm going to put item frames on it, and then in the item frame, the type of potion that's made at that spot, that's what I'm going to put in there. I'm going to name it in an anvil, and what that does is when you look at it like that, the name actually appears above it. You might have seen me do that before with the leaf blocks. Gosh, I still haven't managed to get everything. Look at this. Look at the mess. Look at the glorious, glorious mess. Let's see. I'll get as much as I can. Did it stop making noise? Oh. Just one more block. Just one more block. But yeah, this is going to be it. This is going to be the warehouse is finally finished. We've got all the redstone put into place. We have got the decorative part of the build done, and I am just loving this. We've got like this mega vat right here in the middle. Ooh, I missed something. I've got to get some more white concrete to fill that in because it's supposed to look like that. It's not supposed to look like that. And that's just decorative as well, but right in here is where we would put our blaze powder, so we can input our blaze powder there. But that is going to be today's build. That is so awesome. I'm so glad that I finally got this done. I blew through about every piece of iron that I had to make all these different parts. All of my wool is pretty much gone. All of my quartz is pretty much gone. I mean, I have used up almost every resource I've gathered in 3 seasons to finish off this build. It's absolutely crazy. But once again, we're not going to finish this episode with a task for you, the audience, because this is a mega build spread across multiple episodes. So I'm just going to call it for now. This is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and stick around because we have got so much more to build on this so that we can take on the biggest mob in Minecraft. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.